Alright, we're back with another game, and this time we're playing Ratalaika Games' Strawberry Vinegar. Oh, where's my cursor? It's a visual novel, as you can probably tell from the menu. Textbook style, I don't know what that means. I like, let's do it first. We're not using auto forward anyway. Alright, so, what's extras? Okay. Let's jump in, right? Let me see. I'm not sure what this... I'm getting a trophy guide? Okay. The king of VMs, Melty. The king of VMs. Gotta get more VMs than throw. All right, let's do this. I have the guide. Feed me, or I'll rape your soul. After hearing those ridiculous words, my whole life was turned upside down. Hey there, Ree. How are you feeling on this beautiful day? I feel fine, thank you. Stifle a yawn with one hand, and I slip into my seat at the kitchen table. I'm a responsible girl, so I always wake up early in the morning. That also doesn't mean I like doing it. In fact, I hate it. The sunlight hurts my eyes. I'm forced to turn my head away from the open window and towards the wooden tabletop. I always thought this wooden table clashed with the meticulous white, incredibly Western decor of our kitchen, but I've gotten used to it over the years. I think this table used to belong to Grandma Nozomi, so Dad would never throw it away. It's a precious keepsake of his mother. Not that she's dead or anything, she's just been refurbishing her house and she got rid of some of her old furniture. I bet other people would find my kitchen weird. Not just my kitchen, but my whole house, which is distinctly non-Japanese. That doesn't bother me. By the way, Melty, have you played Amnesia Memories? It's not like I ever invite anybody over. Mom sits at the table. Mom? Holy shit, Mom. Oof. one leg crossed over the other, reading the newspaper. Dad is busy serving breakfast, white rice, pickled cucumbers, and miso soup. This is totally the kind of mom that goes, Dad's a pretty good cook, so he makes most of the meals at home. He has a whole drawer full of aprons to pick and choose from, and his greatest pleasure in life seems to be selecting which one to wear each morning. Mom, by contrast, doesn't like cooking that much. Her fingernails are long and carefully filed, and she hates it when they splinter or get dirty. Mom is a popular actress, and she cares a lot about her appearance. You might have heard of her. Her name is Shirakawa Yukine. Mom and Dad are pretty dissimilar, but they get along well enough. I don't think I ever heard them argue before. I'm glad to know you're feeling alright, Ray, and you'll feel even better after you try this. Breakfast looks good, just like always. The fluffy white rice is perfectly cooked. What is this? The pickled cucumbers have been cut into precise coin-sized shapes and they've been glazed with vinegar, so they seem to shimmer. The miso soup is light brown, neither too thick nor too thin, and it's been bulked up with white cubes of silken tofu and diced spring onions. The onions float lazily on the surface of the soup, while the heavier tofu sinks to the bottom, absorbing the flavor of the fish stock and soybeans. I pick up my chopsticks and bow my head. Thank you for the food. Itadakimasu. There's no need to thank me, Ri. I'd do anything for you. I don't doubt it. Dad likes cooking for me. He doesn't have anyone else to pamper, since Mom's always dieting. I'm glad that Dad likes looking after me, but the look of expectation on his face as I bring my chopsticks to my mouth is kind of disconcerting. He's so obsessed with watching me eat that he hasn't touched his own food at all. If I told him I didn't like his food, I think he'd cry. That's a lot of responsibility to place on the shoulders of an elementary schooler, don't you think? Fortunately, the food tastes just as good as it looks. The pickled cucumbers crunch satisfyingly when I bite into them, and their coolness contrasts nicely with a warm miso soup. So, what do you think? Do you like it? It's good. Thank goodness. I wasn't too sure about the pickled cucumbers. I usually let them sit in the fridge a little longer. I thought the vinegar might be too overpowering. No, it's nice. It goes well with the rice. It creates a good contrast, I suppose. That's exactly what I was going for. Thank you, Ri. Dad reaches across the table to ruffle the top of my head. He's a little overenthusiastic with his show of affection, actually, and he almost knocks over Mom's cup of green tea. Abunai! Anata! Abunai! I'm sorry, Yuki. It's alright, just try to be a bit more attentive next time. And if you're really interested, Dad's name is Sakuraba Kazuki. Unlike Mom, you've probably never heard of him. There's a reason why Mom and Dad don't have the same family name, but it's not that important. I know it's unusual, but don't worry about it. I don't think my parents ever do. You should try to remember that some of us have filming to do later. Today, I don't want to turn up with tea all over my new dress. It costs quite a bit, you know. Sato, that grumpy old nag would have my head if I dared arrive looking less than perfect. Ha, I'm sorry, I know how hard you've been working. I don't want to make things more difficult for you. So, did you read anything interesting in the paper? Nothing terribly exciting. Things have been so dull lately. Isn't that a good thing? I prefer it when things are calm and quiet. Well, you may have a point. I was hoping for more bloody murders, though. Let's not talk about murder at the breakfast table, especially around Ri. You'll upset her. I think Ri's old enough to understand the finite nature of human life by now. We all must shuffle off this mortal coil eventually. maybe so, but do we need to be reminded of that right now? Perhaps not, you're right, sorry. I've been working on this hospital drama for too long. There are only so many dying teenage girls one can handle in a day. And speaking of work, I ought to get going. I don't want to be late. Mom takes one last sip of her tea, then sets the cup down on the table with a small thud. The life of an actress must be pretty hectic. She's always in a hurry and she hardly ever seems to have any free time. I wonder if Dad misses her. If he does, he doesn't say it. He's always been unfailingly supportive of Mom and her endeavors. Have a good day, Yuki. Take care of yourself. I will, dear. Mom blows Dad a kiss at Dad. Same thing. Then pauses by my chair for a few moments. Henri, I did read something in the paper I thought you might like to hear. What? It said this week should be particularly eventful for you Virgos. Apparently you will encounter new friends, have many new experiences and face a series of great challenges. Doesn't that sound exciting? It sounds like bullshit. I guess? Well, I suppose it would be good news if horoscopes were any accurate measure of the world around us. They're always so vague and unfixed. Only superstitious fools set much store in them. But you read them in the newspaper every week. That's because they're romantic. I don't believe in them, but it's nice to imagine that the stars really can determine our fates. I don't get it. It's fine, you don't need to. I was just being silly. Mom winks. I bet all the boys in my class would love it if she winked like that at them. I think they all have crushes on her. Even some of my teachers have crushes on her. Even the players playing the game. Huh? Look, we're taking a screenshot of the mom for science. I just thought I should warn you. If horoscopes are at all accurate, you might be in for quite an interesting week. Mom exits the kitchen with a small laugh. She waves at us over her shoulder, but she doesn't turn around. She's far too cool for that. I know, Dad certainly thinks so. Even after all these years, Yuki's still so mysterious. She's so cool. See? I told you so. Unlike Mom, Dad's really predictable. I can always preempt what he's going to say. I rise from my seat. Shit. I rise from my seat and walk over to the fridge. I feel like having a glass of milk, though it doesn't go well with miso soup. Milk is nice and refreshing and it helps keep the bones strong. But the milk that should be in there is not. It's vanished. We can't have drunk it all that quickly, though. There was a full carton of it yesterday. Was this a work of a thief? A poltergeist? Or else? Dad, were you giving our milk away to the neighborhood cats again? Haha, so you got me out, huh? Totally predictable, like I said. I'm sorry, Ray. I'll buy you some milk from the store later if you want any. It's fine, don't worry about it. I'll get some myself on the way back from school. But since I'm the one who gave all the milk away, I should be the one to buy more, shouldn't I? Don't worry about it. I meant to buy some things from the convenience store anyway. This'll give me an excuse to finally do it. Oh, I see. How clever. Not really. Anyway, I'm heading out now. Oh, Dad. This Monday morning really is the same as the last Monday morning. And the one before that. And the one before that. Nothing out of the ordinary has happened, and it'll probably stay that way. Horoscopes. What a load of nonsense. School is dull, just as always. I try to focus, but it's a sunny day, and the characters in my textbook start blurring together. I rub my eyes with the back of my arm, but it makes no difference. What's wrong with me today? Window seats like mine are regarded with great jealousy by my fellow classmates, but I hate sitting here. Then move. These seats are good if you want to waste your education staring into the sky, trying to look mysterious, but they're not so good if you actually want to take notes. Move. When lunchtime rolls around, I end up sitting alone, as per usual. The room fills with chatter, but I don't say a word. My lips remain clamped together. I only open them so I can eat my lunch. It's not like I'm lonely or anything, though, so please don't misunderstand. I'm not being bullied either. I could go and talk to people if I wanted to. I just don't. I like being on my own. She's emo. I get it. My mother's pretty famous, so I get asked questions about her a lot. It's always, your mother's so pretty, Ree. Oh, shit. My glasses are so dirty, Ree. Or, could your mother introduce me to Yamada, Ree? Or, just how rich is your mother anyway, Ree? Good. It's never, how are you today, Ree? Or, could you help me with my homework, Ree? Or, did you catch that TV show that was on yesterday evening, Ree? Nobody asks me about me. That's probably because they're not interested in me. I learned that a long time ago. My horoscope this morning might have said something about making new friends, but I don't want any friends, new or old. In all honesty, I can't stand other people. I think they should be finished by now. Cute. I put my pen down and get to my feet, stretching. The bones in my arms click alarmingly. I wonder if I should take this as a sign. Maybe I should drink more milk. Well, that's not my fault. I try to drink my milk, but somebody keeps getting in the way. Does Dad care about the homeless cats that stalk our streets more than he cares about me, his only daughter? I wouldn't put it past him. He goes berserk over anything small, cute, and fluffy. Well, I bought some milk on the way home from school, so I guess I can have a glass of it now. That wasn't the only thing I bought either. I also picked up some butter, cocoa powder, and eggs. Most people don't know this, I don't have anybody to tell, but I really like baking. It's a hobby I picked up from Dad, since he's always in the kitchen. I didn't go to kindergarten when I was a kid. I stayed home with Dad, and he looked after me. I was too small to see over the tops of the kitchen counters back then, so Dad got me a stool to stand on. I don't need that stool anymore, but I think we still have it lying around the house somewhere. Dad isn't the most reliable of people, but he was a good teacher. Some might question the safety of giving a 4-year-old girl a sharp knife or letting her stir soup over the oven, but Dad kept a careful eye on me and I never cut or burnt myself. He taught me a lot of useful things like how to peel potatoes, how to cut onions without crying, and how to tell when chicken is cooked all the way, though. Baking was always my favorite, though. I liked sprinkling flour over the counters and rolling out dough with a wooden pin. I especially like cutting out shapes in the dough with all the different cookie cutters Dad has stashed away in the kitchen cupboards. It used to feel rewarding when the cookies or pies or pastries Dad and I made came out of the oven, piping hot, ready to be eaten. I still enjoy baking now. That's what I was doing earlier before I made a start on my homework. I saw these cute cookies on a TV show that looked like little chessboards set with alternating black and white squares. As soon as I saw them, I knew I had to try making them. The sweet smell of warm dough that drifts from downstairs is delicious. It's almost like it's calling out to me. I I hummed to myself in higher spirits than usual as I head downstairs. I wonder what I should eat my cookies with. Milk is always a good choice. Warm cookies, fresh out of the oven, so hot they scald the fingertips, are even more delicious when paired with cool, refreshing milk. But maybe I could try coffee instead. The bitterness of coffee beans mixed with sweetness of the cookies would create a great contrast. I want cookies now! Help! I have no cookies at home. Then again, hot chocolate might be nice too. There's so many options, it's hard to pick just one. They look cool. They look yummy. I don't like that the lines, the edges don't touch perfectly. But when I open the kitchen door, I see something, or someone rather, who definitely shouldn't be there. It's a girl. She looks about my age, maybe slightly younger. Her hair is short and blonde, curling around her face like a halo. I don't think I've ever seen somebody with such pretty hair before. Her hair isn't the only unusual thing about her, though. Far from it. Is it just my imagination, or does she have curly orange protruding from the top of her head? And just there peeking out from the bottom of her shirt, is that a tail? Can't see it. Human food really is delicious. I look at the oven. The door is wide open, and the tray of cookies that should be baking inside it is not. Somebody must have stolen my cookies. With my incredible deductive skills, it doesn't take me very long to work out who the culprit is. Hey, who are you? And what do you think you're doing in my house? The girl blinks. Her eyes are bright red, like precious jewels. Her eyelashes, however, are so pale they are almost white. If those eyelashes weren't there to offset her burning irises, I might be frozen to the spot or turned to stone. The girl crunches the last cookie, my cookie, between her teeth and swallows. Then she gets to her feet and stabs an accusatory finger in my direction. What are you doing here? Why is she talking like I'm the one who broke into her house? Doesn't she have any decency? I guess that's a tale. Judging by a ridiculous outfit, maybe not. What do you mean, what am I doing here? What are you doing here? I came here on an important mission. To eat the cookies I just made? No, that was just collateral. What are you talking about? I'm saying you're very, very lucky. My name is Alicia Dia Ivlis, and I am a demon from the deepest, darkest depths of hell. I was sent here to reap your soul. Silence descends. I stare at her. She stares back. Of all the ridiculous things, I certainly didn't expect that. My soul? That's right. However, since I'm a nice demon, I'll give you another chance to redeem yourself. Shinigami ga. I'll stay with you for a week. If you can make me something nice to eat every single day, then I'll let you live. Feed me or I'll reap your soul. How does that sound? Is she seriously asking me that? She's asking me what I think? I'm saving. I unquestioningly accept everything. Oh, alright, you're a demon. I get it. That makes complete sense. It does? I know, right? It's all very simple. Don't give me that. Of course I don't believe you, you idiot. Ow. What was that for? You didn't need to flick me. perfectly within my rights to flick you. You just broke into my house, and now you're telling me you're a demon? What do you think? What did you think I was going to do? If anything, I'm being too lenient with her. I should probably call the police. I should have known this would be difficult. You humans are all blockheads. You're unable to see the truth even when it's staring right at you. That's what Mom and Dad say anyway. What truth is she talking about? I see no truth other than the fact that this girl is breaking the law. If you don't make me lots of delicious food, I really will reap your soul. I'm not kidding around, I'm being serious. Is my soul so cheap it's only worth a few cookies? Granted, they were pretty nice cookies, at least I assume they were, since I never actually got to eat any of them. But still, I'd like to think that a genuine human soul carries a higher price than that on the black market. Otherwise, I might start questioning the worth of my own life. Oh no, of course not. Human souls are precious things. That's why I'm asking you to let me stay here. If you don't want me to steal your soul, then you should try to make me lots of delicious food to balance out the books. You say that, but I think you're just being greedy. Maybe. We can't get what we want in life unless we ask for it. That's what Lucrezia tells me, and she's super smart. She's made a killing on the stock market. I don't know who this Lucrezia person is, but I don't ask. I have other things on my mind. Refuse? Yeah, right. Like I'm going to let a girl who claims to be a demon stay in my home? But why not? Just because I have no idea who you are. You're a complete stranger. Letting you stay here would just be asking for trouble. But I'm not a stranger. I already told you, I'm Licia. No, I'm not a bad person, I promise. You just threatened to reap my soul. Oh yeah, I guess I did say something like that, huh? I'm not saying I actually believe you're a demon or anything, but I can't afford to take any chances. I know what happens to people who make contracts with demons. But I already said I wouldn't steal your soul if you made me food. If you refuse, you'll definitely regret it. So she's threatening me again, huh? Well, that's nothing new. Even so, I can't help but wonder, why does she look so troubled? Is it because she can't stand the thought of not getting what she wants? Or is there something more serious going on here? Did we enter into an unspoken arrangement when she ate my cookies? I didn't sign any contracts with my own blood, or maybe her saliva was enough to connect our souls together. Should I change my mind now while I still have the chance? I guess we're starting with a bad ending. I won't change my mind. No, I won't change my mind. I said I wasn't going to let you stay with me, and I don't like going back on my word. But why? What did I do wrong? You did everything wrong. For one thing, you broke into my house. I didn't break in. This is just where the interdimensional portal led me. It was a coincidence. And secondly, you ate all my cookies and you didn't even apologize. I couldn't help myself. They looked so yummy. And thirdly, you threatened to reap my soul. Didn't your parents ever tell you it's wrong to reap souls indiscriminately? There has to be some kind of system. You'll never make any friends like that. But I... The girl called Licia sniffs. She isn't crying, is she? I relent, feeling a faint tugging at my heartstrings. Maybe I was a little too hard on her? No, I can't afford to feel any sympathy. I might have been too harsh in my scolding, but all my points were perfectly valid. And it's not like I ever threatened to reap her soul. It's a good thing I have strong nerves, or that declaration of hers might have seriously shaken me. I don't know very much about befriending people. I don't have many of those. Yes, and I can see why. Hey, that's really mean. You could try to be a bit nicer. Maybe I would have been nicer if you'd extended the same courtesy to me. Unfortunately, I have no hospitality to spare for a rude, thieving, selfish little girl like you. You. Alicia stares at my back for a few moments, her body trembling like a newborn kitten's. Then, with a renowned burst of energy, "You monster! Devil! Demon! Your cookies tasted so nice, but you're the meanest girl I've ever met." Alicia pushes past me and runs right out of the kitchen. Does she have a scythe? I only catch a brief glimpse of her as she runs away, but I note, with a twisting sensation in the pile of my stomach, that her eyes are filled with tears. Did I really make her cry? Oh well, it's not like it's any of my concern. Really, it isn't. This has nothing to do with me. I have no interest in this girl called Licia. All I want to do is live a normal life, and I intend to do just that. Even if it's dull, even if it's boring, even if it's monotonous, that's just how it goes. I shift about in bed trying to get to sleep, but to no avail. No matter how I toss and turn, I can't get comfy. I wonder what time it is. It's pitch black in here, and I can't hear any noise from the street outside. Not cars, nor conversation. I'm sure it must be past midnight. Blinking blearily, I sit up in bed, rubbing my eyes with the back of my arm. According to the clock balanced atop my bookshelf, it's just gone 3. Unfortunately, my clock is a liar. The battery in it has been dead for a while, and its hands have been frozen in that position for weeks. I stretch and yawn. My head feels heavy, as though it's been stuffed full of newspaper, and it pounds. Stuffed full of newspaper. I can feel the blood pumping through my body, pulsing. Ever since I met her, I can't stop thinking about her. That girl, Licia. Her eyes were bright red, just like jewels. Her hair was pale blonde, like falling ash. Her skin was white and snowy. She said she was a demon from hell. I don't know if I believe her. It's true she had horns in the tail, but there's no guarantee they were real. In fact, the more I think about, the less sure I am about what I really saw. Maybe I was just hallucinating? But I do remember her eyes. Every time I close my own, I can see them, almost as though they've been tattooed on my eyelids. Those bright red, burning eyes. No human being could have eyes like that, even with contact lenses. It's just not possible. Does that mean that Licia really is a demon? She's a demon and I threw her out of my home? I don't feel guilty about it. I know I was doing the right thing. Any sane person would take the same steps I had done if they were in my shoes. In fact, any sane person would have called the police. Telling Licia to leave really was the best choice. There was nothing else I could have done. Was there? I didn't do anything bad, so why should I feel guilty? Why then am I lying awake right now, unable to sleep, my thoughts looping back to Licia over and over again? My heart pounds in my chest, a series of dull thumps that sound far too loud, yet strangely lifeless. My room is too hot, it's stifling. The air feels thick, like a tangible object, something I could hold in the palms of my hands. I'm sweating. It feels like something is going to happen, but what? And just as this unpleasant thought flashes across my mind... Why, hello there. Don't you think the moon is particularly beautiful tonight? Cute. I see a woman sitting on my bedroom windowsill. A woman who certainly wasn't there before. The curtains, which I swear were closed, flutter around her like a shroud. The 4 corners of the window frame her, as though she's a figure from a watercolor painting. Her hair is long, light blonde, and falls over her shoulders in waves. Her skin is milky white, glowing underneath the moonlight. She's gorgeous, but strangely ethereal in her beauty. It looks like she comes from a different world to my own. In fact, I think she does. Just like Licia, she has curly horns and a tail, and her eyes are a deep, burning, bright red. I stare at her, unable to speak. In the silence, broken by the sound of the wind outside, my heart continues to pound far, far, far too loudly. Is your name Ree? She cute? The direct question sticks in my throat. I try to swallow down to my own anxiety, but it tastes sour on my tongue. That's right, I'm Ree. Oh, good. The woman nods her head as though we're having a genial chat about the weather. She looks completely at her ease, at one with the dark night and the shining moon. I'm so glad this is the right house. So many things have gone wrong tonight. I was beginning to doubt, but no matter. My name is Aurora Superbia Evilis. I believe you met my cute little sister a few hours ago. Is that correct? That's right? Good. Now we're getting somewhere. Aurora sighs. Though her eyes are bright red, they look oddly cold, without any shred of warmth or compassion. She hates me. That much is staggeringly obvious. I simply cannot believe that a mere human like you would have the audacity to be so cruel to my poor little Licia. She was so distraught about the incident earlier, it quite broke my heart. Did you know that you made her cry? I didn't mean... Hush! If you did not mean to upset her, then you would not have been so cruel. Aurora flips a few strands of blonde hair beyond her shoulder dismissively. Her voice is no longer light and breezy. It's just as merciless as her red eyes. I shiver. I have no concrete proof, but I'm sure this woman wields a great deal of power. Power that a mere human, as she called me, could never hope to understand. She's dangerous. Every single detail of her, from those red eyes to that bitter scowl, screams, "Stay away from me," even more effectively than the bright red skin of the poisonous toads that live in the Amazon rainforest. This woman is a being a human like me cannot comprehend, a being that a human like me could not possibly hope to escape from. Do you not know about the Evilis family? We are one of the most important families to govern hell, and I will not stand for my little sister to be humiliated in such a way, especially not by a little whelp like you. I didn't realize. Of course you didn't. You're only a stupid human. And now it's too late. My heart hammers in my chest so hard I fear it might burst. Never in all my 9 years of life did I expect something like this would happen. Who would? It is against protocol for a demon such as myself to visit humans like this, but I don't mind bending the rules for the sake of my family's honor. I'm sorry? I do not care for apologies. They are only offered as a last resort, when the damage has been done, and they rarely fix anything. They cannot cure. They only seek to lessen the pain of a blow that has already been dealt. Shit. In that case, a verbal apology is no good. It certainly will not satisfy me. The only apology I will accept from you will be your soul. Of course it is. I should have expected as much, given this woman really is a demon. I didn't find Lisia's demands for my mortal soul too threatening, but it's different when it comes from the lips of this woman. This woman I can believe. This woman I can fear. I know that she isn't joking. She's not just trying to scare me. She's telling the truth. She really does want to reap my soul, and there's nothing I can do about it. I have no doubts your soul will be half-formed and immature, a half-formed and immature little thing, not yet raised to its full potential, but I will take it, nevertheless. Maybe that will ease my little sister's pain, and her tears will dry, and she will be happy again. Aurora steps down from the windowsill and crosses my bedroom, with several quick steps. I can only stare at her, my eyes wide, my back pressed against my bedroom wall. There are questions I want to ask her, of course there are, but I can't force any of them out of my throat. I can't even breathe. Dead end. Sherbert Nightmare. Cool. I like getting... oh shit. I like getting a dead end. I do like doing bad endings first, to be honest. So, I drank all my water. Give me a quick 5 minutes, and I'll be back, and we're continuing from the save I made. There it is. Yeah. So I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. I was actually thinking... I didn't get... oh, I did get one. Um, yeah, I have something lost in the mail, and I wanted to see if I had gotten something. Okay, this is like Google translated stuff. Interesting. Okay, well, at least they got back to me. Anyway, let's keep going. What on earth are you talking about? You want to know what I think? I think you're really a demon. You should know what I'm thinking already. If you're really a demon. Haha, you got it all wrong. I can't read minds. That's a really high level skill. I don't have any magic. Don't you have any magical powers at all? Why don't you try showing them to me? Maybe I'll believe you then. I'm sorry, I'm only a young demon. I'm not very good at using magic yet. If I tried, I'd probably hurt you. Anyway, if you don't make me lots of delicious food, I really will reap your soul. I'm not kidding around, I'm being serious. Is my soul so cheap it's only worth a few cookies? Oh, that's the same thing again. Huh? Make save to here. Agree. I look Alicia up and down, frowning. What can I say to her? I don't know if this is a prank or not, but she seems awfully committed. Moreover, she does have some horns in that tail. There's a chance they could be fake, but... Sudden shiver shakes down my spine. There's something strange about this girl's tail. What? Stranger than the fact that she has a tail to begin with, I mean. It isn't sitting there, static like a piece of plastic or a cheap prop in a school play. It's moving. Is it? The tail that peeks out from the back of her shirt is unmistakably pulsating, like something alive, something warm and fleshy with bones and muscles. As much as I want to, I can't believe that this is just a prank. This girl really is a demon. A real demon. Alright, Licia, I suppose I'll listen to what you have to say for now. Yay! Does that mean you're going to make me lots of delicious food? Are you going to make me delicious food right now? No, there's still one hurdle you must overcome if you want to be welcomed into my family. A hurdle? That's right. It could be the biggest challenge you've ever had to face in your demonic little life. This Licia girl might have met any manner of horrible ghouls and goblins and fallen angels in her time, but I doubt she's ever had to face a being quite as cynical, quite as sarcastic, and quite as terrifying as my mother. Oh my gosh, she's so cute! She looks like a regular Shirley Temple. Then again, maybe not. Her eyes are so big and her hair is so soft. She's just like a doll. What did you say your name was, dear? Licia? That's right. My name is Licia Dia Evelis. What a pretty name. It must be foreign. Where do you come from, dear? I come from hell, of course. Hell? Is that in Norway? Absolutely not. I think so. Who's calling me? Who is calling me? I'm back. People never call me when I'm on break, do they? Well, she asked if Ellie's on Norway. I think so. I've never been good with geography. She looks Slavic, though. Doesn't she? I must say I'm impressed. Your Japanese is perfect. Thank you. I've been studying. And why did you want to come to Japan? Well, maybe I shouldn't be covering the subtitles now that I think about it. Cause I want to eat lots of food. Soul. Heh. You young girls and your imaginations. I was always playing fantasy games when I was little too, pretending I could use magic and whatnot. I don't remember reaping any souls though. Just men's art, right, Yugi? You know it, heh. So Licia, are you going to be staying here long? Is this part of some cultural exchange program? Aren't you listening? There's no cultural exchange program. She really is a demon. Don't be silly, Ree. She might be from Norway, but that doesn't mean she's a demon. That's right. Calling this young girl a demon just because her culture is a bit different from your own is too cruel. We didn't raise you to be so unaccepting. But she has horns and a tail. How do you explain that? Must be a fashion trend. I've seen stranger things in magazines. Personally, I think those horns are quite cute. They go nicely with your outfit, Licia. Thank you very much. She's polite too. What a perfect little lady. A perfect lady. Yeah, right. If she really was perfect, she wouldn't have threatened to steal my soul. But I think I'm fighting a losing battle here. For whatever reason, my parents seem fully dedicated to being as dense as possible. I would have expected this kind of behavior from Dad, but Mom? Maybe she's just excited because she likes cute girls. She's really into idol groups. She says it's because she wants to keep track of all her opponents in the showbiz industry, but I think she's fond of them. Would have been nice if you told us that your friend from Norway was coming to stay with us, though. We must seem so slovenly greeting her like this. We haven't even prepared anywhere for her to sleep. And that's because I didn't know she was coming here either. Well, no matter. What's done is done. We'd love it if you could stay with us, Licia. It would be our pleasure. Ah, I'm so happy. Thank you so much. And just like that, Licia Dia Evelis, a demon who wants to reap my soul, is invited to live in my house. Great job, Mom and Dad. Right, just have to check some outfits here. Wait, what's that? That's my stuffed alpaca. His name is Gil. I know stuffed animals are a little childish, but I can't get rid of them. They were some of my best and only friends a few years ago, and throwing them out would be far too sad. Oh, I see. And who is this? It's my other stuffed alpaca. His name is called Koto. I see. Koto and Gil, huh? Gil looks kinda grumpy, don't you think? No, Gil is the one who's smiling. Koto is the grumpy one, and you'd be grumpy too if you killed your own father. He killed his father? That's right, it's a long story. I spent a long time playing with those alpacas, so they have long sprawling backstories that couldn't be explained without a full-length visual narrative. 2 animated spin-offs, several movies, and a slew of manga and light novels. What's that, Ree? A clock? Yeah, that's right. It's dead though. I need to buy some new batteries. I don't plan on doing that anytime soon. The clock was a present from Dad, but it ticks way too loudly. It's impossible to get to sleep with that thing turned on. And what about all these books here? The ones on the top shelf are my English textbooks. The bottom ones are novels. Licia picks up one of the books without asking and begins to flip through it. I think about scolding her, but I'm barely able to open my mouth when... Wow, how can you read all this? The writing is so tiny and there aren't even any pictures. Please, I'm 9 years old. I don't need pictures to keep my mind engaged. It looks so dull. I'm getting tired just skimming through it. Then put it back. I didn't say you could rifle through my things, did I? I suppose not. Licia giggles and slots my book back into the shelf. Irritatingly, she doesn't put it back in the correct place. I hate those kinds of people! I'm going to need to sort that out at some point. Maybe when she goes to have her bath. I usually go do it right away, because I am rude. Having Licia in my room, prodding and poking at every single little thing is an odd experience. I've never had friends stay over before, mostly because I've never had any friends and I'm not used to it. I don't like it when Mom and Dad come into my room, let alone a complete stranger. Well, so long as Licia doesn't search under my bed, it should be fine. I can cope with at least this many unwanted intrusions. You know, I only really read manga. I like manga a lot. You do you? Yes, I like romance stories, especially ones with lots of roses and sparkles. I didn't realize manga was so popular in hell. Especially not girly romance manga. I don't even read those kinds of stories. I knew manga has been getting more and more popular lately, but I didn't realize the market was that lucrative. Well, I don't know if it's popular in hell in general, but Mom also likes those kinds of stories. We have a huge bookcase at home filled with volumes of Silky Mommy and Violet of Versailles. So Rose of Versailles and I don't know what Silky Mommy is referencing. Your mother likes that kind of thing? Yeah, she loves Japanese culture. We even have a bonsai tree in our garden. A pause. He keeps dying though, since the air in hell is filled with sulfur. Does your mother also wear kimonos around the house and put chopsticks in her hair? She isn't really a kimono kind of person. Well, at least that's something. She prefers to dress up as cute characters from anime and manga. Oh no, it's even worse than I thought. Japanophilia is a scary thing. It hasn't just reached the Western world, it's also managed to pollute hell itself. We need to get Throw to play this game. Why must I, a cute and innocent girl of only 9 years, live in such a corrupt world? Wait, let me take a screenshot of this and send it to him. It's not happening. I took a screenshot, I'm sending that to him. So, is this why you can speak Japanese? That's right, Mom insisted. She said all of her daughters had to learn the language. I grew up watching anime and reading manga. I suppose that answers one question then, and I was beginning to wonder whether, conveniently, Japanese was the most common language amongst the denizens of hell. Now I know Licia, and by extent her family, must be a special case. What language do you usually speak in hell then? English, of course. Of course. If you're in the business of ferrying souls, it makes sense that you'd speak one of the most common languages on Earth. Anyway, don't you think you should be going for a bath now? It's getting late. I want to put my bookshelf back in order. I know that book still isn't in the right place and it's bothering me. Sure, I'm used to washing in sulfur, so having a bath in a human house sounds like fun. Far be it from me to judge, but bathing in sulfurous water doesn't sound appealing at all. In fact, it sounds downright dangerous. She should smell awful. Are you going to come too, Ri? I will when you finished up. But I thought all Japanese people bathe together. That's what my mother said. You wash yourselves in hot springs, right? They're like the ones in hell, but with less brimstone. People might bathe together in hot springs, but there isn't a hot spring in my house. We just have a plain, ordinary bathtub. But it's big enough to share, right? Even if it is big enough to share, I don't want to. Sorry to break it to you, but I don't feel comfortable having a bath with a complete stranger. Are you sure about that? Uh-oh. I am very sure. I'm sure. I don't even need to think about it. I'm not going to bathe with you. Why is Lacey being so insistent anyway? I hardly even know her. Clingy people are so annoying. But I'm not used to bathing by myself. I always do it with my sisters. I'll be lonely in the tub on my own. Tough. You'll have to make do as best you can. Or you can go back home. Boo. Well, it probably wouldn't be that nice bathing with you anyway. What do you mean by that? My sisters are nice and kind to me, but you're a huge meanie. I bet you wouldn't even care if I got shampoo in my eyes. That's right, I wouldn't. I'd laugh at you for being stupid enough to get shampoo in your eyes in the first place. If you want somebody to dote and coddle you like a baby, why don't you pester my mom instead? Oh my, did somebody call me? Mom, what are you doing here? I was just passing by. But it's like you appeared out of nowhere. Does my mother know magic? If that weren't so ridiculous, I'd almost be tempted to believe it. Isn't it about time that the two of you had a bath? It's getting late. I want to have a bath, but Ri's being mean. She won't bathe with me, even though I asked nicely, and I don't like bathing on my own. My, that truly is terrible. How could you be so cold, Ri? I'm not being cold, I have a right to refuse. Well, it's a good thing I'm not selfish, unlike you. Would you like to share a bath with me, Alicia? I'd share a bath with the Mom. I'm good at washing hair, since I have so much of it. I'll be very gentle, and I won't get shampoo in your eyes. You promise? I promise. I never want to make a sweet young girl like you cry. I'll be very, very careful. Yay, thank you, Miss Yukine. It's not a problem at all, sweetheart. Why does Mom have to bow to Lisey's wishes anyway? I can't remember the last time she bathed with me. Not that I'm jealous or anything. Baka. I'm more than capable of looking after myself. Lucia lies on my bedroom floor, curled up in a futon that prepared for her. She smiles up at me, her eager eyes framed by her curly hair. I can't believe it. I finally got to go on a trip away from home. I'm so excited. I'm exhausted given the events of today, but Lisey's comment catches my attention. Does that mean you've never left home before? No, I haven't. This is the first time. And don't your parents mind? They're not worried about you, are they? They won't come to my house looking for you and damn me and my family to hell for abducting their darling daughter, will they? The very last thing I want is for Satan and the illustrious bride Satan, no doubt cosplaying as a Japanese high school girl, to turn up on my doorstep. Just what would the neighbors say? No, they won't. I told them I was going to go away for a while, so they shouldn't worry. I planned this trip lots and lots, and my sisters helped too. Well, they'll probably worry a bit because Dad's very overprotective, and I'm the youngest in the family. But it's fine. If I get homesick, I could just open a portal to hell and go back anytime I want. Oh, a portal to hell? That's good. How nice. Really? Of course not. I don't want you opening up any portals to hell inside my house. All kinds of weird things could come crawling out. Ah, you're right. I didn't think of that. That can happen sometimes. Well, it's no big deal. I'll just have to go into the forest and open up the portal there. It doesn't matter if a few birds or trees get incinerated in the process, does it? Incinerated? Just what kind of evil magic rests inside Lisia's little body? Do I even want to know? Do whatever you want. Just don't do it around other people. You could hurt them. Aye, aye, Captain. A small silence descends upon us, but I still can't relax. Everything about Lisia's existence invites questions, and I'm starting to get a headache. And how do you open this portal back to hell anyway? You don't need to murder any chickens and paint weird symbols on the ground in their blood, do you? To be honest, I'm not entirely sure. What do you mean you're not sure? I've never done it before, so I don't know. But if you don't know how to make these portal things, how would you get out of hell in the first place? My biggest big sister helped me. She's really smart. Jeez. My palm collides against my forehead with a dull thud. I think I lost a few brain cells there. I don't want to be rude or anything, but I get the feeling you're not very good at forward thinking. Heh, you might have a point. I put a lot of thought into this trip, though. Really? Yes, I heard the food in Japan is really good. You have all kinds of interesting dishes like sushi and ramen and beef balls and dango and those really cute fish-shaped pancakes stuffed with sweet red bean paste. Don't you mean taiyaki? Isn't that what I said? No it isn't. And there are lots and lots of things I want to do in Japan too. I want to see the falling cherry blossoms, and I want to see some real maids roaming free in the wild, and I want to see a schoolgirl running into her one true love with a piece of toast in her mouth and going, "Yeah!" You can't believe everything you see in anime, you know. What's this about maids roaming free? They're not cattle. Maids have thoughts and feelings too. I really want to go to a festival and see some fireworks and eat candy floss and mochi and mochi and tango and yakisoba and takoyaki and corn cobs and sori and chocolate-coated bananas. You'll get sick if you eat all that. I don't think there are any festivals going on around here I pause. Wait, I think there is a festival happening at this local shrine tomorrow evening. I know. I glare at Licia. This timing seems a little too perfect. It's suspicious. How did you know? I already told you I planned this trip carefully with my big sisters. Fia looked all this stuff up for me on the internet. You can use the internet in hell too? Yep. Isn't that convenient? The internet is so great. So let me get this straight. This demon girl decided to invade my home and disrupt my everyday life because of some wildly inaccurate anime cliches in the food. Is that it? What a farce. Day 2, Tuesday. What? Wow, can I really have this? Do you mean it, Ree? I sigh. I seem to be doing that a lot lately. It's not a present. I expect you to return it after the week is over. I know that, but it's so cute. It's the cutest thing I've ever seen. It's only a school uniform. You say that, but it's nothing like the uniform I have to wear back home. The uniforms in hell are all black, and we have to wear blazers, and they're super boring. I'm so happy I decided to come to Japan. Licia giggles and does a twirl, her school skirts fluttering. Not only is your food delicious, but your uniforms are super cute too. It's nice that you're so easily amused. To be perfectly honest, I don't want Licia to come to school with me, and I don't like it when people pay attention to me, and Licia with her horns and tails will definitely attract attention, especially given she's so loud. I didn't think Mom would be able to enroll Licia at my school so quickly, but I forgot one crucial detail. My mother can be very persuasive when she wants to be. All she had to do was flirt with Mr. Ogawa, the headmaster, for 5 minutes on the phone this morning, and he was swayed. She enrolled her for a week? Of course I'll let Lizzie attend our school. The doors of Ikage Elementary are always open for international students. The importance of cultural exchange cannot be overlooked. I bet he said something like that. That man will do anything to score points with my mother. He'd probably shave off all his hair and paint his head purple if she asked. I'm going to look so adorable. I bet everybody will praise me. That's precisely what I'm worried about. I'm starting to feel sick and I haven't even had breakfast yet. So, Alicia, do you like it? Don't pester Alicia like that, dear. This is her first day here and may well be her first time having a Japanese breakfast. We'll give her indigestion if you keep looming over her. Are you saying I look scary? You do when you wrinkle your face up like that. If I didn't know you better, dear, I'd think that you were about to have a stroke. Oh no, I don't really have a frightening face, do I, Ree? I think Mom might have a point. You do look a little scary. No way. This is so embarrassing. How could I expose such a weak side of my character to our guest? You've never been one to hide your weakness, dear. They're abundantly clear at all times, but that's the most charming thing about you. Yuki, you can be so cold. And my parents really did name me well. Yeah. I feel so ashamed. With a defeated whimper, Dad buries his face in his hands. While Dad writhes about in the throes of agony, Mom flips through her newspaper, undeterred. Oh, and Kazuki, dear. Yes? Could you make me another cup of green tea? I'm all out. Yes, I'll do it at once. Dad's face lights up. He takes Mother's empty cup and busies himself with a task. That's quite a simple person. I think he likes being ordered around. It makes him feel useful. That's probably why Mom and Dad get along so well, even though they're pretty different. So, Alicia, now that you can digest your food without that silly man breathing down your neck. Silly man being Dad, of course, who's so devoted to brewing Mom another cup of tea, he probably wouldn't break focus, even if he was hit on the back of the head with an asteroid. What do you think? Do you like it? It's very peculiar. I've never had food like this before. We need to take a screenshot of Mom. I expected as much. Natto is an acquired taste. I wonder why Kazuki made natto of all things when there are so many other less aggressive breakfast options to choose from. I don't like natto that much either. It isn't the flavor I dislike, but the smell and the texture. The stench of natto is so bad it's almost overpowering, and the long glistening strands of fermented soybean that get stretched out when you move your chopsticks to your mouth look incredibly unappetizing. I never had it. Even so, I'll still eat it. Natto is meant to be good for the immune system, and it is a key part of a traditional Japanese breakfast. I'm not sure about Alicia though. I know she said she wanted to eat lots of Japanese food, and you can't get much more Japanese than natto, but most tourists ate it. If you don't like the natto, dear, I'll eat it for you. I always have room in me for more natto. Incidentally, natto is one of the only foods my mother will actually eat at breakfast. I think it's partially because of the health benefits, and partially because her parents were crazy about the stuff. They made her eat it every single day when she was a young girl. They're still crazy about it, actually, I should know. I spent enough time with them and their endless supplies of soybeans. No, it's alright. I think the natto is interesting. It certainly is interesting, but you don't have to eat it if you don't like it. I wouldn't want you to think we enjoy torturing our guests. It would be bad for my reputation. I really don't mind. It's not torture at all. I live in hell, so I know all about real torture, and it's not like this. There's usually more fire, blood, and screaming. Haha, you're still playing that game. How cute. Why did Licia have to say something so disturbing at the breakfast table, and why doesn't Mom seem to mind at all? I shudder. Licia draws her chopsticks out of her bowl and the glistening thread of natto follows. It quivers in the air like a spider's web, only thicker, stringy, and gelatinous. It does look good, though. This food is nothing like anything I've eaten before. It smells strong, but the flavor isn't too overpowering, and since it's so stringy, it's fun to play around with. Besides, it tastes super good served on rice with this raw egg. Raw? Salmonella? How could I forget about the fish? It looks cute and it tastes real good. No fish looks cute. I'm so happy. Japanese food is so good. I bet I could live to be 1,000 years old if I ate this every morning and I never catch a cold ever again. Licia, I'm so happy. I was so worried you wouldn't like it. I know a lot of people don't like natto, but it's an authentic Japanese food. Everyone has to try it at least once. It was a big gamble, but it seems it paid off. You really did. Thank you, mister. It's delicious. Of course, a clever girl like you would understand my cooking. From here on out, I'd be more than happy to make you my honorary daughter. Yay! I would love to. I sniff, prodding at my fish with my chopsticks. The sauri stares back at me, its eyes large and empty like portholes. I don't know why you're getting so excited, it's just natto. Oh, you look a little sad, Ray. Did I make you jealous? Of course not. I'm not jealous at all. Alright, I just want you to know, even if Licia is my honorary daughter, you're still my flesh and blood daughter, and I love you lots and lots. Whatever, spare me your sentimentality, I'm fine. What are you looking at? I glare at my braised sauri before stabbing it in the side with my chopsticks. That'll show it, somehow. I think it's dead. As I expected, Licia causes quite a stir at school. The whole class fixates on her when she introduces herself. I'd hate to be under the spotlight like that, but Licia takes it in her stride. The stares of our fellow classmates, 30 pairs of eyes peering out of 30 skulls, don't even make her flinch. She delivers her introduction smoothly and then a smile on her face without a hint of nerves. I can't help but be impressed. If I didn't know about Licia's true nature, maybe I'd be swept up by her charms too. After her introduction, Mrs. Tamura tells Licia to take a seat next to me. I expected as much, but I still don't like it. People keep sneaking curious glances at Licia from behind their textbooks, and since I'm sitting next to her, they end up looking at me too. Pinpricks run up and down my body. My arms hitch. I shift my seat awkwardly, uncomfortable, trying and failing to avoid their stares. What can I do to hide my face other than crawling underneath the table? My classmates mutter in the background, their words drifting through the air in a dull hum, like a hive of bees. The new girl is so cute. I know, right? Her hair is so fluffy. My, she looks just like a model. How lovely. I wonder if she's going to come to the festival this evening. That would be nice. So I'll be able to see her in a yukata? Huh? I'd rather go to a festival to eat kidney floss, not look at girls. And that is why you'll never become a true man. But I'm a girl. I can't believe she's staying with Sakuraba. I didn't know Sakuraba had friends in Norway. I didn't know Sakuraba had any friends at all. I blush, dropping my head and try to focus on my isosceles triangles, but it's all in vain. Not even the isosceles triangles can protect me now. If the hive of bees hummed with latent interest during class, they all but swarm around Licia when lunchtime finally rolls around. The amount of attention she's getting is crazy. It's almost like she's a celebrity. At least they're leaving me alone. Licia, your hair is so soft and smooth. What kind of shampoo do you use? I don't really know. I washed it in sulfur every day back in hell. Sulfur? Is that some kind of Norwegian shampoo? I don't think so. So it's imported from somewhere else then? That sounds so fancy. Are your family really that rich? Well, my dad is one of the 72 Earls of Hell. He's quite important, I guess. He got promoted a while ago, though, so he doesn't reap souls now. He does paperwork instead. Does that mean your dad is royalty? I guess so. Wow, so you're like a Norwegian princess. A real genuine princess. Why are my classmates accepting all of this nonsense so easily? Are they all stupid, or is something more sinister going on here? Maybe they think all Norwegian people are eccentric? I'm sorry, Norway. I'm sorry you're being so badly misrepresented by this annoying girl. So, what is Norway like? Are there lots of hot springs? And moose? And snow? Yes, there are a lot of hot springs in hell. They're really, really hot too. If a human fell into one, it would probably sear the skin straight off their bones. Wow, Norway sounds so dangerous. Of course it's dangerous. That's where heavy metal comes from. What? Metal? Hey, Licia, can you say something to us in Norwegian? I don't really know any Norwegian. Don't be modest, I want to hear. I want to hear. Me too. Could you possibly say hello in Norwegian? Or maybe, how are you doing? Or, big sister, your ribbon is crooked. Well, now, let me see. I'm going to reap your soul? Oh, she said something in Norwegian. What? Licia is so cool. She's like a real princess. What are those things on your head? Are they fashion accessories? Not really. They're my horns. All demons have horns. I guess I wasn't paying attention to they're actually speaking Japanese in the background. Wow, Norway sounds incredible. But I already told you, I don't know anything about Norway. This admission isn't quite enough to stop our classmates from fawning over her. They're asking her so many questions, but I don't think they care about the answers. People might be even stupider than I thought. Ree, I'm hungry. How can you be hungry? You had 3 helpings of rice at breakfast. I know, but that was hours and hours ago, and I'm hungry again. Then you should have had something to eat at lunch. I wanted to, but it was impossible. There were so many people asking me questions, I couldn't even leave my desk. Well, I guess she has a point. For a girl who came to Japan to eat a lot of food, having to skip lunch must have been painful. I'm sorry, but if you're hungry, you'll have to wait until dinner. What? I'm hungry now. Where do you suggest I'm going to get food for you? There aren't any restaurants nearby. And we'd have to take a detour to get to the convenience store. I know. You could always shake some of these trees for fruit. But they're not fruit trees. But I thought all trees in Japan were cherry blossoms. Again, Licia's ignorance about Japan astounds me. What do they teach kids in hell nowadays? There might be a lot of cherry blossom trees in Japan, but they don't usually bear any fruit. What? Really? Yes, really. Why would I lie about something like that? That It's not fair. If cherries don't grow on them, then they have no business calling themselves cherry blossoms. That's false advertising. I'll sue them. How are you going to sue a tree? I don't know, but I will. My dad is one of the 72 Earls of Hell, so everyone has to listen to him. Good luck with that. Forgive me if I don't cheer you on. Everyone's been wrongly assuming Licia hails from Norway, but I think her outlook on life is far more American. By the way, those trees aren't even cherry blossoms, they're elms. Stupid elms. Licia glares at one of the elm trees as though its mere existence offends her. With a small pout, she stalks towards it and gives it a sharp kick. Ow! Are you alright? I'm fine. My foot hurts though. What did you expect? If there's one thing evolution has taught us, is that you shouldn't pick fights with things that are bigger than you. If you get hurt, you only have yourself to blame. That stupid tree, I'll rip its soul and send it to hell. Do trees have souls? All living creatures have souls. The tree is alive, so I can kill it. Not by kicking it though. Maybe not, but I will get my revenge one day. Do you hear me, Mother Nature? I, Licia Dia Evilis, will not be defeated so easily. Is she actually shaking her fist at the sky? For what purpose? What does she think she'll gain from this? Yes, I believe in you. Now, don't make a scene. You'll bother the other pedestrians. Okay, Ree, I'll be good. Good. But you know, I really am hungry. I already told you. You should wait until dinner. Besides, I thought you wanted to go to that festival later. Does that mean you'll take me? I think I might have walked into that one. I didn't say I'd take you. But you shouldn't eat too much if you want to go. You won't be able to eat all the food at the festival later. Hoo, don't be ridiculous, Ree. I'm always hungry. All girls have 7 different stomachs, you know? I thought the saying was girls have another stomach for sweets, not 7 of them. That thought is actually kind of disturbing. And I think you're forgetting something very, very important. What's that? If you don't give me something delicious to eat each day, I'll reap your soul. Oh yes, silly me, how could I forget? You've said that several times now, but I still don't understand. What does reaping my soul actually involve? Do you need to fill out a lot of paperwork first, or are you demons allowed to reap whatever souls you want? Well, Licia ponders. She comes to a halt, standing by the riverside like a statue. The expression on her face is unusually serious. The wind stirs the elm trees, making their leaves rustle. Why is it taking her so long to reply? Is the answer something so terrible not even a demon can stand to think about it? I swallow. All of a sudden my throat feels dry, my hands tremble at my sides and I have to clench them into fists to still them. I don't know much about demons, but having my soul reaped sounds kind of painful. I wonder if she has a scythe. Since she has horns on the tail and can open up portals between different worlds, I wouldn't be too surprised. Licia seems like a bit of a simpleton, and that's to put it lightly, but it's an inescapable fact that she is a demon. She might have all kinds of strange, mysterious, and arcane powers at her disposal. To be honest, I don't really know. All of a sudden, the tension collapses like a poorly made pie crust. What do you mean you don't know? I said I don't know, and that means I don't know. I've never reaped a soul before, so I'm not sure what would happen to you if I did it, or how to go about it. Don't tell me, does this mean I'll reap your soul shtick was just for show? Well, now I feel foolish. Why did I ever find cause to fear this idiot? You're not mad at me, are you? No, I'm not mad. I don't know why I was expecting anything else. I'm sorry if I disappointed you. I'm not disappointed, just exasperated. If you really want to eat something, I guess I can oblige for now. Anything to shut her up. Really? You mean it? I guess. You did come all this way to eat food. You're still going to eat dinner first, though. That's final, and I won't take no for an answer. Hey Dad, I'm home. We returned safe and sound despite the provocations of those wicked elm trees. You know, if you talk like that, people are going to think there's something wrong with you. Huh? But you use big words all the time, Marie. I thought maybe that was normal, so I tried to copy you. And when have I ever spoken like that? You might have a point. I sigh. Bending down to take off my shoes, I only managed to get one of them off, the right shoe if you're interested, when I'm interrupted by a sudden, excited yell. Alicia, welcome back. I missed you so much. How was school? Did you have a good first day? And did Marie take care of you? And did you make any new friends? I hope you had a good time and everything went well. Maybe it was hard if Japanese is not your first language, but I'm sure if you tried your best, and I'm very proud of you. Lacey blinks. She stands there, motionless, overwhelmed. Yes, my name is Licia. It's nice to meet you. Dad, you're talking way too fast. Licia can't understand you. Also, you're hurting me. Can you let go, please? Oh, I'm sorry, Ray. Dad laughs awkwardly and releases me. His face flushed the same pink as his hair. You should get your act together, Dad. I know. I'm sorry I was so excited I got carried away. Well, I don't. You should learn to control yourself. Yes, Ree, you're always so sensible, and you're not even a teenager yet. You must get it from your mother. I have to be sensible. You never are. It's probably true. Anyway, I actually have a presentation for you two girls. Present. Oh, a present? Yes, at least this is enough to break Licia out of her trance. I, on the other hand, am less enthused. Dad's presents are always kind of strange. I think it's because he gets bored sitting at home by himself all the time. He likes doing housework, but there's only so much housework you can do in a day. And I don't think he likes working when there isn't anybody there to praise him, or conversely, to scold him for making mistakes. As such, he spends a lot of time on his hobbies, and I'm the one who has to pay the price. Did you really make a present for me? It's all for me? Of course it is. I never leave you out. Why, I'd see you as second daughter. Yay! That sure was fast. You've only known her a day. But I feel like we have a spiritual connection that goes beyond that of words. Oh, please. Naive men like my father who are so quick to trust absolute strangers will all get taken advantage of eventually. I hope he doesn't fall foul of a pyramid scheme someday. That really would be depressing. Well, he has Mom to keep him in line, so I guess it should be fine. Oh, it looks like Dad is still talking. I don't know your exact measurements though, so you might need to model it for me. Model? Does it mean I can't eat it? Well, you could eat it if you wanted to, but it might make you sick. This is something you wear, not something you eat. Oh no, it's just as bad as I thought. In fact, it's even worse than I thought. What? He made us maid outfits? Why is it so frilly? I don't know, I think it's adorable. Oh, it looks wonderful, just like I thought. I guess there are some things even I'm good at. Dad wipes his eyes with the back of his right hand. Is he crying? I wish I still had my camera. I want to commemorate this moment forever. You're both so cute. You would still have the camera if you hadn't dropped it into the tank with all the stingrays when we went to the aquarium. They were just so cute, my heart was completely overwhelmed. And so was the camera. Well, it's alright. Even if I can't take a photo, I can still appreciate this moment. Appreciate moments without taking photos? No. But why maid dresses? I don't get it. I know Dad likes sewing, but this is going too far, even for him. I don't dislike wearing Dad's clothes, but he tends to favor the feminine and frilly, and his outfits are never very practical. They're too thin in the winter, but they get hot and stuffy in the summer. Out of all the strange outfits Dad's made for me over the years, however, this one takes the cake. All the cake. Every last crumb. I'm not really sure, I just had a sudden urge to make something new. I need to challenge myself or my skills will get rusty. You must have been really bored lately, Dad. Maybe a little. Yuki's been so busy with work that director Sato... Right, Sato. He sounds kind of strict. My Yuki hasn't had a single moment's rest since she met him. Hence the maid dresses? Well, it gives me something to do. Anyway, I couldn't let an opportunity like this slip by. Alicia is adorable. She's just like an angel. An angel, huh? If only Dad knew. I knew Dad had to dress her up, or I'd regret it for the rest of my life. I know I had to dress her up? I'm really glad you did, mister. I never worn anything so adorable before. Ah, I'm so relieved you like it. I poured my all into these dresses. They're embroidered with my sweat, blood, and tears. I know he doesn't mean it literally, but that's still kinda gross. Anyway, since this dress suits you so perfectly, I'll let you have it. Wow, really? Yep, I made this dress for you, and it wouldn't suit anybody else. It is all yours. That is, if you like it. You don't have to accept it if you don't want to. I don't want to force you. No, it's fine. It's super cute. I love it. Thank you, Alicia. Thank you for accepting the whims of this old man. I know they're just to annoy Ray. It's only annoying because you're so insecure. Well, maybe. Actually, I made a few more outfits for you too. You can try them on whenever you want. If you want. Do whatever you like with them. You can wear them, or even cut them up and use them as dish rags. I won't mind. I would never do such a heartless thing. They're far too pretty for that. Haha, thank you. And I even made you a yukata, just in case you want to go to the festival tonight. You did? That's right. I don't feel like you have to go. Don't feel like you have to go, though. It's just a small festival. They only hold it so they can collect enough money to repair the holes in the temple's roof. Ree used to love festivals, but I think she's grown out of them a bit now. I haven't been to a festival with her in a while. I kinda miss it. Don't like a kid yourself, Dad. Maybe you're right. Don't worry, mister. I won't go to any of the... I want to go to the festival, too. You do? That's right. I don't care what we're meant to be celebrating. I just want to celebrate food. A fitting answer for a heathen like you. Ha! This is great. I'm so lucky. I'm so glad I decided to reap your soul, Ree. So this girl threatens to reap my soul, and Dad repays her by sewing her a whole wardrobe of fancy outfits and offering to take her to a festival. Where's the justice in that? Well, I take the helm of my dress in my hands and flutter it back and forth. If I'm going to be Alicia's chef for the rest of the week, having something to cook in might not be so bad. At least it'll stop the rest of my clothes from getting dirty. As for the festival, I can now worry about that after dinner. What? We changed again? Alicia, can you pass me the mirin sauce? Sure, here you go, mister. Thank you. Eating at a full table really is relaxing. It makes the food taste even better than usual. I can feel the tension disappearing from my body. Tension? What tension? You hardly ever leave the house. I might be a bit of a homebody. I still do all the cooking and cleaning. That counts for something, doesn't it? I guess you work hard in your own way, Dad. Not sure that was a compliment or not, but I'll take it. Shrimp? Dinner tonight looks delicious. I think Dad might have outdone himself, and probably because he wanted to show off to our guest. Tempura shrimp. The main dish is fried shrimp covered in a light layer of crispy tempura batter. The batter sticks to the curled comma-shaped shrimps, softening their light pink skins with a brown glaze. The fried shrimps are accompanied with fried pumpkin, sweet potato, and shiitake mushrooms. The batter gives the fresh vegetables a light crunch, and it feels especially satisfying when I bite into the soft, yielding flesh of the pumpkin. The shrimps and vegetables are sprinkled with salt to enhance the flavor, and there's a small dish of mirin sauce to dip the food into. A variety of sides accompanies the main dish, a refreshing cucumber salad with a small bowl of meat and potato stew, and a large helping of brown rice. Dad's always been a good cook, but the combined textures and flavors of all this food, the crispy tempura, the soft rice, the crunchy cucumbers, it's almost ridiculously delicious. If Dad's going to make food like this every time I bring a friend over, maybe I should start doing it more often. At least I would if I had any friends. Sad. This is so good. Can I have seconds, please? Of course, you can have as much rice as you want. Yay, Japan really is the best. I kinda wish Yuki was here to try this, though. She always liked fried pumpkin. Can't you save some for her? I already did, but leftovers never taste as good as fresh food. It'll lose some of its flavor. Well, it can't be helped. Mom's busy. She works hard for all of us, so we should try to support her. I know that. I do support Yuki in her endeavors. At least I try to. I love her, really. I just miss her a little, that's all. Oh well, what can I do? There's no sense in complaining. That won't change anything. Here you go, Licia. I gave you an extra large helping. Since you seem to have a big appetite, I hope you enjoy it. I will. Thank you so much, mister. You don't need to call me that, you know, just Kazuki is fine. Oh, okay, Kazuki. Really, thank you, from the bottom of my stomach. Isn't the correct expression from the bottom of my heart? Dad doesn't seem to mind these minor details. He looks so happy he could be a little kid, not a grown man. I don't know if I've seen him smile like this in a long while. Is that because of Licia? Poor demon, she might not be that bad after all. So, what are you going to make me for dessert, Ray? I was hoping she'd forget about that after having dinner. This girl's stomach must be like a bottomless pit. Maybe I should start taking notes on her strange demonic behavior, then submit them to a TV station. They could make a show about it. My Demon and Me, the exciting true story of elementary school student Sakuraba Rei's encounter with the devil. Now I wonder how much money I'd get out of that. Hey Rei, your eyes look all funny. What do you mean? What's wrong with them? I don't know, I thought I saw some strange symbols in them. Of course you didn't, don't be silly. But I still don't know what to do about this art. I don't really know what Licia likes. Well, she seems like the kind of person who'll eat anything. I shouldn't think about it too much. Bake her something. Oh, are you wearing that dress I made for you, Rei? That's right. Does that mean you like it? Did I do a good job for once? I don't dislike it, but I wouldn't choose to wear it under normal circumstances. But you're wearing it now, aren't you? Because I'm going to bake something, and I don't want my clothes to get dirty. Oh, really? That sounds like fun. Do you want me to help? Of course you can. The more the merrier. Thank you. I used to bake with Rei all the time when she was little, but she's been getting more and more independent lately. I miss spending so much time with her. That's because I'd never be able to get better if I kept following your instructions. You need to do things on your own if you want to improve. That might be true, but it sounds kinda sad. There's nothing wrong with relying on others, right? And at any rate, helping out might make me feel slightly less useless. Wow, he's just down in the dumps, isn't he? Well, when you say something like that, how could I turn you down? You sound more and more like your mother every day. Not that that's a bad thing. You'll never get hassled into donating ridiculous sums of money to various charities on the street like I do. Anyway, I'm going to get changed. Changed? Do you have a cute dress too? Not quite. I don't know if I'd be opposed to the idea, but making clothes for myself isn't as much fun as making them for other people. So what are you going to wear, Mr. Kowski? Why, a cute apron, of course. It's a must for any aspiring chef. With this dramatic announcement, Dad opens a drawer and pulls out one of his trusty aprons from his large and ever-expanding collection. Naturally, the apron is pink, like 80% of the others. Well, it's kinda white. For some reason, Licia looks impressed by this. Wow, you look so cool! I don't know about that, but thank you all the same. Anyway, what kind of thing did you want to bake? Something sweet. I want to eat lots of sweets. I see. In that case, I think I have an idea. Why don't we make some apple rose tarts? Ah, they're so cute! Alicia sighs as she takes a tray of freshly baked tarts out of the oven, her hands enveloped in a pair of oven mitts. She looks so happy, my heart starts to melt. Her happiness must be contagious, kinda like the plague. Wow, now that's pretty demonic. Are you alright, Licia? Be careful, they're hot. It's fine, Kowski. I can do at least this much. Her eyebrows furrowed in concentration, Licia carries the tray across the kitchen and sets it on the counter to cool. The only aroma of freshly baked pastry hangs in the air, mingled with the sweet scent of apples. It makes me feel as though I'm standing in the middle of an enchanted orchard. The rose tarts themselves look exceptionally cute, curled up in their separate slots on the baking pan. Their petals, crafted from thin strips of bright red apple, make them look like real flowers. It's just as Dad said, these tarts really do look like snacks fit for an elegant princess, or else a wandering forest sprite. They're the kind of tarts you could imagine the Red Queen from Alice in Wonderland coveting. Can I try one? Can I? Of course you can. They're nice to look at, but they're even nicer to eat. Yay! Then I'll just help myself. Oh no, not quite so fast. Dad reaches forward, brushing Licia's fingers away from the pan. For one thing, the pan is still hot. For another, we need to think a bit more seriously about the presentation. Presentation? Yes, I still need to add some finishing touches to make this a truly delicious treat. Just stand back and leave everything to me. The apple rose tarts sit elegantly on a white plate. The pastry light and crispy, the angles braised light brown just waiting to be eaten. Dad was right, when it comes to food he always is. The rose tarts look much more appealing, freed from the confines of the baking pan, and they looked plenty appealing back then, too. Wow, I've never seen anything more adorable before. I thought you said my school uniform was the most adorable thing you'd ever seen, and then after that these silly maid outfits. That's right, they're all the most adorable. But they can't all be. That isn't possible. Anything is possible if you just believe. Alright, you two, you can start eating now. They'll get cold if we dally any longer. But they look so cute. I'd feel guilty eating them now. Ha ha ha. That's very flattering, but isn't that why we made them in the first place? I'm sure right now, more than anything in the world, they want to be eaten by you, Licia. And right now, more than anything in the world, I want to make a lot of money, but we can't all have what we want. Are you sure? Of course, I bet these tarts would consider being eaten by you a privilege, since you're so cute. Thank you, Kusky. It sure seems like you two are getting along well. Oh, and you're very cute as well, Ray. That should go without saying, given you are your mother's daughter. Yes, I think Ray is very cute too, even if she does pout all the time. That's none of your business. Why should I care about your opinion? You're blushing, Ray. That's because what you're saying is embarrassing and unnecessary. Huh? But why can't I tell you that I think you're cute? I thought it would make you happy. Maybe it does, a little, but it feels kind of weird. Weird? Anyway, Dad's right. If we keep talking, the tarts will get cold. Thank you for the food. Tadakimasu. I pick up a tart in my fingers, burning them as I do so, and take a bite. We used Fuji apples to make these tarts, popular throughout Japan for their uniquely sweet flavor and bright red coloration. The sweetness of the apples spreads across my tongue, punctuated by a satisfying dash of tartness that makes my mouth tingle. The pastry is delicate, light and buttery, and offsets the flavor of the apples, while simultaneously adding an extra crunch to the already crisp apple skins. These tarts really are good. I've had them before, but I don't know if they've ever tasted quite this nice. Maybe eating food with other people really does make it taste better. I thought that was just one of the things Dad liked to say, a neat little sophism that encourages the importance of family meals, but there might be a germ of truth to it after all. These tarts are undeniably delicious, but it could be the sight of Lycia's face, wreathed in the smiles as she samples her own tart, that gives it an extra special something. I feel my cheeks heating up. Why am I getting so embarrassed? Watching other people eat has always felt strangely intimate to me. When people eat food they let down their defenses. Not that Lycia has many of those, and their true feelings shine across their faces. I wonder what kind of face I'm pulling right now. I probably look like an idiot. I set my tart back down on my plate and reach for the mug of cinnamon tea. The mug is warm and it makes the tips of my fingers tingle, but not unpleasantly. The cinnamon tea itself is sweet but also has a certain measure of spiciness to it. It makes my whole body feel warm, not just because it's hot, but because it feels comforting, I suppose. This game needs to be made illegal. I want to eat all these things. Cinnamon tea is meant to be good for you. That's what Dad says anyway. He told me it helps fend off common colds, which is why he brews it for me in the winter. Do you like it? What do you think? I think it's really great. It's delicious. You're the best, Kusky. Yay, thank you. I helped out too, you know. You could stand to compliment me a bit. Not that I really care or anything. I just can't stand the injustice, that's all. I'm sorry, Ree. I don't want you to feel left out. I think you did a really good job too. You're also the best. How could two people be the best? If you're going to compare us, one has to be better than the other. Ah, don't be so serious. I said you're both the best, so you are. Isn't that good enough? I feel the color returning to my cheeks, though I wish it wouldn't. I don't even know why I'm blushing so much. I guess I'm just not used to being complimented by people. Why does Lycia have to be so enthusiastic? It's embarrassing. Oh, what's this? It smells heavenly in here. What a way to welcome me home from work. Ah, Yuki, welcome back. Mom stands in the doorway, her hair neatly styled as ever, her clothes falling around her body in elegant waves. She looks a little tired though, her face is paler than usual, despite being dusted with a layer of makeup. That director Sato really must be a slave driver. Despite this, Mom perks up when she smells the enticing aroma of the apple rose tarts. You don't mind if I try one of these tarts, do you, dear? I know I'm on a diet, but I've been rushed off my feet all day, and I could use something sweet. Of course I don't mind. Help yourself, Yuki. Are you sure? Didn't you make these for the girls? It's fine. It's fine. They're so good I want to share them with everyone, says Licia, who's demolished 5 of those tarts and has already started on her 6th. Oh, thank you, Licia. That's very generous of you. It's no problem. And it even looks like you've managed to cheer Ree up too. What? What are you talking about? Oh, nothing. Just the silly smile you're trying to hide behind your mug of cinnamon tea. My shoulders stiffen. My face turns red. Why is Mom so sharp? It's not my fault I'm smiling. I just can't help it. It's because Lacey is always invariably so nice to everyone. It's just not how I expected a demon to act, that's all. Though it's unexpected, I can hardly say it's unwelcome. In fact, I'm glad of it. While she annoys me on several counts, I think I like Licia. I like her enough not to scold her for eating her 7th apple rose tart, or talking with crumbs all over her mouth, so my affections must run rather deep. Maybe I could even imagine myself, and this is a purely hypothetical imagining, mind you, actually being her friend someday. Just maybe. Ree! Yes, what is it? It's going to get dark outside soon. So it is. And aren't you forgetting something? Forgetting what? That we have homework due tomorrow? No, not that. That's not important. I think Mrs. Tanamura would beg to differ. She's quite a scary teacher. She might be short, but she takes discipline seriously, and her punishments are always severe. I don't think she'd go easy on Licia just because she's the beloved foreign exchange student. But I want to go to the festival, Ree. I want to go. I want to finish my homework. We can't all have what we want in this world. You can finish your homework at any time. I can only go to this festival once. And this is my chance, and you're ruining it. I want to wear the cute yukata Koski made for me. Actually... well, I feel my resolve beginning to waver. It is true that homework isn't the most exciting thing in the universe, and it has been a while since I went to the festival. I don't really like festivals that much. They're far too crowded and noisy, and the smell of sweat and frying foods churns my stomach. Whenever I go to festivals, people step on my toes and my hair gets all knotted, and the only thing I can think of is going back home to the safety of my room. I've never been to a festival with somebody my own age before. If Licia was with me, what would it be like? Would it be any different? Would it actually finally be fun? Come on, Ree, please, 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 please. Please. Dad, what are you doing here? And what are you wearing? Sorry, Ree, I just, feel I like festivals too, you know? I know, you're so predictable. Did you really need to get all dressed up? I don't even know if I want to go. Alright. It's decision time. And it's actually save 3 making time. However, it's 7:29, and I want to go visit my grandmother before 8. So I'm going to stop here. I wonder... I guess I can't. I guess I'll have to continue this on Monday. Oh my! I believe I will be busy on Saturday and Sunday. Or maybe I'll continue it at night. I'll see how long it is, I guess. I'll take a look. Well, anyway, I am out. Thank you all for watching and hanging out. I'll see you in the nighttime for more Ni no Kuni. Or maybe this. Good night. Good night, no. Good afternoon.